go from standard form into vertex form. So our goal is to make an equation that looks like this, where a, h, and k will be actual numbers, and it's possible for a to be 1 or for h and k to be 0. We do this by completing the square. I'm going to show it 3 different ways, actually. The traditional way that we've been doing is we just first subtract the c term from both sides. We divide everything by a, which in this case is -2. I am at no point going to simplify the left side. I don't think there's any reason to, because everything we do over here, we're just going to undo again later. Now I have a new b term. My b term is 6. So b over 2 squared is 9. I'm going to add a 9 here and add a 9 here. Again, the left side I'm not going to simplify. I'm just going to leave this as y minus 7 over -2 plus 9, but the right side can factor. This factors into x plus 3 times x plus 3, which is x plus 3 squared. Now I get rid of all the stuff that was on the left. So I'm going to add a 9, and I think I'll stop showing all these steps quite so clearly. Yeah, maybe not, we'll see. X plus 3 squared plus 9 equals y minus 7 over -2. My next step is to multiply everything by -2. And I do want to do this with color, because this can get confusing. So let me be clear with this. When I multiply this by -2, I have to distribute this -2 on the right side. And the way it distributes is it can't go into this parenthesis. I can't try and distribute it to that x plus 3 because of this square out here. So it's going to become -2 times x plus 3 squared minus 18. I distribute -2 to those two things, but I don't try and run it through that. I can't because of order of operations in that square. So now we have this. Now I'll add the 7 to both sides. Y equals -2 times x plus 3 squared minus 25. That's the traditional way that we've done it. It's the longest way, but it'll get the job done. I'm going to show another way to complete the square now. I'll jump over here in white. And I've actually shown this before. And when I first did complete the square, and I said, here's another way you can do it that'll be useful later. Here's one of the times later where it's useful, but more will come. I'm not going to subtract the 7 from both sides and divide by a. I'm going to leave this little gap here, and I'm going to factor the a value out of these two terms. Notice I'm not pulling out the GCF. I didn't pull out an x, even though I could, because I just want to get rid of the a term. And I don't pull the a term out of the c term. The 7 is just going to stay a 7. I just pulled a -2 out of those front two terms. B over 2 squared is still 9, because b is still 6. So I'm going to add a 9 here and subtract a 9 here. Another way that I could do this, I'll just do it like that for now, that's fine. What I just did is I added 0. And adding 0 doesn't change the value of this thing at all. Now I'm going to have -2, and then this can factor. Distribute the -2. And finish. That's a 25. Same thing we got before. Vertex is at -325. So you can complete the square to put this in vertex form. But here's something that no one ever talks about. And I don't understand why. And every year that I've taught this, I've thought, why don't students just do this? If our goal is to just get into vertex form, we can also just find the vertex by doing -b over 2a, which in this case is 12 over -6, which is -2. -b over 2, 12 over -4, excuse me, which is -3. Then do f of -3, plug that in, we'll get 25. Oh, okay, so the vertex is at -3, 25. I know the a value is -2. Just snap that -2 in front. There, vertex form. Vertex form because we found the vertex and we already knew the a value. So completing the square has a lot of uses. One thing that it does is it finds the distance between a symmetric point. That's actually really useful and handy. And later on, there'll be times where there's things we can only do through completing the square. That's why we teach it and why we show it. But a lot of the times, there's faster, easier ways. Like, you use the quadratic formula to solve faster, and you can just use negative b over 2a to find a vertex faster. But if you just have the completing the score process as like a part of your DNA, if you can just do it very quickly and naturally and efficiently, it's really useful and helpful. Y'all take care of each other. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was helpful and that you enjoyed it and that it wasn't too painful. If you found it helpful, please share it with a friend. Send them an email and say, hey, this guy's voice isn't awful and he's not always licking his lips. Maybe we can stand it. If you're a teacher and you thought, hey, this wasn't too bad, I should probably stop underselling myself so much. Anyways, if you're a teacher and you want to find the curriculum that I use to go with this, homework problems, quizzes, tests, everything, it's linked down below at Teachers Pay Teachers also. It's pretty incredible. There, I didn't undersell myself that time. Let's just watch until the spirograph finishes. Just a few more bumps. Bump, bump, bump. There we go. Almost there. Man, this is going to feel good. Oh yeah, that's satisfying. There it is. And now it just kind of overwrites itself just a little bit. See you next time. Thanks for watching.